Alright, so bringing your pet into the UK. Probably the most stressful part of our move, only because there's so many steps that need to be followed to the T. So, as long as you're really good at following directions, it's really not that hard. As long as you take it step by step, it's not terribly difficult. Everything just needs to be followed directly by the instructions and everything will work out fine. So here are 8 steps on how to get your pet into the UK. So step number 1 is to get your pet microchipped. Seems simple enough, right? But it has to be a specific type of microchip that's recognized worldwide. So it has to be an ISO 15-digit microchip number. Most companies follow that guideline. I know when we had our dog, when we got her, she was already microchipped, and it worked out that the microchip was an ISO 15-digit microchip, so most microchip companies will follow that rule. But I would just make sure and ask and double check before you get your pet microchipped. Step number 2 is to vaccinate your pet for rabies. This has to happen after you get your pet microchipped. If you do it before, you're just gonna have to get them another rabies shot after. Also, the rabies shot cannot happen more than 21 days before your arrival in the country, not your departure, which usually is about a 24-hour time period with the time difference. So make sure you pay attention, and the rabies shot is given no more than 21 days before your arrival. Step number 3 is to make your plane arrangements or book your ticket. We didn't pay for our ticket until we arrived that day to check our dog in, but you definitely need to check prices because that's the most hefty amount that you're gonna spend. We used United Airways, and I'll pop in a little chart of what they have on their website based on the weight of your dog versus how much they will charge you for a plane ticket. And along with that, you need an approved dog carrier. And this part is very important. I actually had to buy a second carrier because the first one I bought was not big enough under their regulations for my dog. Your crate must be large enough for your pet to sit, move, stand up, turn around, and lay down in. Also, when standing, your dog's ears and head are not allowed to touch the top. So I think they say 3-inch gap between your dog's head and ears to the top of the kennel. Your kennel has to have a metal door and metal nuts and bolts. Most of the time when you buy a dog crate, like on Amazon, which is what I did, and I'll try to link the crate that I bought in the description box below, but the crate normally comes with metal screws, but the little nut that goes on the other end is plastic. So you need to go to your local pet store like Petco, and normally they have kits where it's metal, or again, you can buy the additional metal pack online on Amazon. Also has to have metal dog dishes, one for food and one for water. And I was able to buy those at my local pet store, but again, I'll try to link those in the description box below. And as well as that, your kennel needs to have 4-side ventilation, so holes on the sides and the back so that the dog can breathe, and also the ventilation on the front, which would be your metal door. So after you have all of that, you can go ahead and contact PBS, which is customs here in the UK. And you can, they're very helpful. When I've spoken to them a couple times when I was getting my dog in, and they were very, very helpful making sure that I had all the information correct. But when you contact them, you'll need to first fill out your C5 form, and I'll put a little clip of what the first page of it looks like. You need to fill all that out, and there's plenty of instructions on that online. Also, if you have Facebook, you can search in the bar the Facebook group Pcsing with Pets to the UK, and that is a super helpful Facebook group. That's where I got almost all of my information. If you go into the files section of that group, anything that you need to know is there, and as well you can also read posts. There's a company that will help you with shipping your pet, but of course for an added fee, as if shipping your pets here wasn't expensive enough, so we did not use them. But I've heard nothing but great things about him. His name is Dean Faulkner, and he runs the page as well as his company for shipping pets to and from the UK. Number 6, after you fill out your C5 form, you need to get your dog tapewormed. And this is only for dogs. You need to get them treated for tapeworm no more than 5 days before arrival in the country, not departure, and no less than 24 hours before arrival. So I think we did it on the second day. So not the day we left, but the day before we left, we did that. So we arrived on the third day. So tapeworm your dog no more than 5 days before arrival and no less than 24 hours. Also, that will need to be documented on your third country pet verification or pet certificate, which you will get from your vet. And we actually got that from our vet when we gave our dog our rabies shot, is when we started introducing and letting our vet know that we were moving and everything that we needed to do. We did not live where there was a vet on base, but if you do live near the base or on the base and there's a vet there, it's very easy to go through them because they are able to verify the pet certification. If not, you're going to have to overnight that pet verification to a USDA office, which is about $50 to overnight it there and overnight it back, because you have to tapeworm your dog, then that same day overnight it to the USDA office and get it overnighted back before your trip. Which brings me to step number 7, which is to get your third country vet certification. And that will need to be signed by the USDA office or a military vet after you have completed your tapeworm medication, and that has been noted on the certificate as well. After all that is done, you're pretty much set and ready to head over to the airport. Hopefully you're able to get your flight tickets the same as your pets. We were lucky enough that our pet was on the same flight as us. We flew United. When you go through the military and they book your flights for you, you can try and ask and request that you be on a United airline. Our base was nice enough to do that for us, so we were able to fly with our dog out of the country and arrive at the same time as our dog, which was very, very helpful. And then of course upon arrival you have to wait about 3 hours to be able to pick up your pet, and that's probably the most stressful part, because if you have anything wrong on your C5 form, it can very well delay entry to the country of your dog, and that's why filling all this out and doing it step by step exactly is so important. But like I said, that's different for everybody entering the country, so I can't really give much information about that. But as long as you have these 8 steps completed the right way, there shouldn't be any issues. Anyways, guys, I think that about covered everything. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And again, I'll try to help you with anything that I can. So have a good day. Bye.